Sabres has won the faceoff. Puck grabbed by Bergeron. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Pasternak. Takes the feed in the middle of the ice. On the attack along the boards. And that banks off a stick. Big save by the goaltender. And he scores.
This is a perfectly timed shot. As soon as the goalie drops into the butterfly, this puck is delivered right over his catching glove into the top of the net.
The Bruins finally get on the board here in the second.
Maybe a little bit of an exhale from them too, James, because they've dominated the play thus far.
No kidding.
And probably a little unlucky only to lead 1-0.
Dumps it in. The Sabres get a hold of the puck along the boards.
By number 28.
Oposo's got it across the line. Settles things down and gets control of it once again. Steps into all of that. Moves it around along the half wall. And now it's grabbed by Corrali. Here's a chance, a 2-on-1. And that's picked off. Puck picked up by Hunwick. Now a quick pass to Yokiharu. Handles the puck. Receives the pass. And as he stumbles, he coughs up the puck with the stop. Nice bank pass off the boards. With possession along the wall. And he slides it quickly to Arvidsson. He got all of that hit. Sends it in deep. Boston's got the puck along the boards. And now he angles it across to Miller. Here's an odd man rush to his teammate. Nothing doing.
He's got to do something a little better than that. Just can't finish it from there.
Wonder if that gives him a nightmare later.
Ooh, you don't want to be on the receiving end of that. That is a freight train that went right over top of him.
Boston's done a nice job of generating pucks on net, and as a result, they lead here in the second. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. And they'll dump it in. Boston's going to play the puck from behind the cage. Quick feed to Saka. Over the line they come. Puck exits the zone. Here's a short pass to Zadorov. Along the half wall with the puck. Takes the shot. What a stop as he puts out the fire. Big stop by the keeper.
Stop one, stop two. The goalie makes a couple of excellent saves.
Nice pass. Looks to get the puck over to Lazar. Lets it go. Gobbles that puck up with his chest. And we're going to get a whistle here. Boston's been the better team tonight, and they lead as a result late in the second. The frozen biscuits dropped, and we are back underway here. Takes the pass as he banks it off the wall. Slides the puck over.
1 minute left.
McLeod's got it on the offensive end. Lets one go. There it is! He scores! All over the rebound, and he taps it in.
That's a good play. It's a goal scorer's play. You shoot the puck and follow your shot. He gets a little lucky that it comes right back to him, but he makes no mistake.
Buffalo's given themselves some positive vibes to go into the dressing room into after this period as they have evened things up here late.
To go into the third period even would be a victory here for them.
Moves the puck along the half wall. And the lane's clogged up blocking that.
19 minutes, 27 seconds.
Great defensive effort breaking up the pass. And that brings the second period to an end. We are still tied at 1.
Are you ready for your walk down memory lane? Then join us for our fantasy camp. Play hockey with your childhood heroes. It's a fun-filled week full of memories. Call us right now for details.
Don't go anywhere. The third period is just moments away. Welcome back, everyone. He's Ray, I'm James, and we are ready to kickstart this third period. Third period is now underway in this very tightly contested affair so far. Moves it to Pastrnak. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. Thompson's got it along the wing. Saved by the goaltender, who stayed with it on the redirect. Another stop by the goaltender. Pasternak's got the puck. Quick pass to Lindholm. Puck scooped up by Bergeron. Blocked in traffic. Buffalo's got a hold of it along the wall. Moves it quickly over to Dahlin. Takes the feed. And that one's stopped. He scores! They take the lead.
Well, it looked like this game was going to be even for the longest time because nobody seemed to have the upper hand. Sometimes you just got to put your hands up and say, I can't do any more than that. He did all he could to try and stop that puck.
Buffalo's gone ahead here by 1 in the third. What's the message now for the stretch run, Ray?
To be aggressive. Too often teams sit back on their heels. They give up a chance. They give up a power play. Pretty soon it's an all-out scramble.
Oh, set that hit up perfectly. Timmins brings it in. Puck lands right back onto the blade. From the point, they take control of it. Stick save from the goaltender.
Yeah, he got out tight to him, James. There's nowhere for that puck to go.
Here's a chance in front, and the stick gets a piece of it. And it's a quick pass to Corrali. Jostles the puck loose. Quick feed to Norris, and he slides it quickly to Timmins. Dishes it to Arvidsson. Great stick work with the steal. There's the whistle, and a penalty is coming up on this one. Hunwick's going off for hooking.
There's certain plays, as soon as they happen, the red flag goes up for the official. Stick goes across the player's waist. He's looking for hooking.
The game has become better since they've cracked down on obstruction, Ray. The Bruins will have a chance to get on the power play for the first time this evening.
Well, you hope they're ready for this opportunity, James, as it shows up as they're trailing by 1. Now they get a man advantage and a chance to tie this game up.
Gets it out of his own end. And that one's picked off.
Buffalo's coaches had talked about stick positioning to us before the game. There's a great example. They've done it all night.
Takes the feed at the point. Steps into it. And the goalie somehow gets a piece of that one. Here's a chance right in the slot. Oh, wow! What a save with the glove. Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. We've got a 2-1 game. And a solid job tying up his opponent. And manages to clear the zone. Angles it over to Saka. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Impressive job by the penalty-killing unit to keep that 1-goal lead intact as we are back to even strength. Ref's arm goes up in the air. Looks like we got a hooking call coming up. Let's see what the official makes for the final decision. We got a minor penalty coming up here on this one.
James. I mean, this call was going to be made. You could see the play develop, and now they're going to have to serve 2 minutes.
Face off and another opportunity to take a look at the man advantage unit here.
Well, they get another chance here. They've earned the power play. They haven't got anything on their power plays yet. Haven't had a lot of them, but here's a nice chance for them.
And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Stops him cold. Gets it out of his own end. Boston's got it from behind the net. Bergeron's got it along the boards. Here's a short pass to McAvoy. Reads it perfectly in the defensive end. And there's the save. And manages to clear the zone. Boston's got the puck along the wall. Sends a pass over. And that's blocked away. And he makes the save. Referee signaling for a penalty. Looks like we got a hooking call coming up. Time for the official to pass down his sentence. And he's going to get 2 for hooking on the play, Ray.
He should. I mean, he gets his stick out parallel to the ice. He gets it across the player's midsection, and that's kind of a red flag for that penalty.
A little 4-on-4 coming up here.
Even a little different, even if there's just one player missing on each team. Defensive responsibilities are different. There's different attack angles. Got to communicate here on the 4-on-4.
Gets it out of his own end. Slides it diagonally to Montour. Knocked away. Fresh set of skaters here as the man advantage continues to try to make something happen. Right in the slot, and they can't finish that one.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that. The play was there. He just doesn't execute that last pass for the scoring opportunity.
This is a face-off they'll definitely want to win here inside the offensive zone. Puck is dropped and we are back underway. Chason's got it in the defensive end. Chara's got it into offensive territory. Buffalo's gained possession along the boards. Moves the puck. Puck's got it in the offensive zone. And special teams comes up huge. Great job by the penalty killers to keep this one tight.
Well, the power play will wrap up, and they miss with a chance to score a really important power play goal.
And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Comes up with the stop. Sends the pass over. And a good use of the body to knock the puck loose. Along the wing up the neutral zone. The Sabres gain possession in their own end. Buffalo's got it in their own zone. Taken by Chara.
In the third period.
Under a minute to go in the third. Can't hang on after that hit. Moves it to Sabotka. Moves it to Oposo. Feeds the puck over to Lindholm. And that's broken up with a stick in front. Stays with it. Here they are on the attack. The sense of urgency has really set in. They pulled the goalie. The extra attacker's out. Puck grabbed by Bergeron. Move to the middle. Here's a chance. Fires the wrist shot. Great reflexes. Another save.
Really sharp. Never loses sight of the puck to make the second save.
Makes the save.
I'm assuming he's given up hope that his team is going to take control of this game. He's been brilliant. He's bailed them out all night long.
Boston's offensive struggles have been the story tonight. Lots of chances, just not a lot of results. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Quick pass to Corrali. And as he opts to freeze the puck, we get a whistle.
Starting to look like a little bit of a fire drill in the zone, so this is a good play.
Big draw coming up with the extra attacker on the ice. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. And now he tries to get it across. Fight! And there's the insurance marker, much needed for them on this night.
It's amazing how many times a guy misses an empty net, but this one he puts between the pipes. Well, now you got a couple of goal lead here with the empty netter. That should be enough to put this away.
Buffalo's added to their lead with the empty netter, and Ray, that's pretty much all she wrote, I would say.
Well, you grind away to get the lead through this much of the game, and they pull the goalie, they're going to pressure you. You put it away with an easy one into the empty net.
With the stop. There's the final horn sounding, putting this baby to rest. Ray, when you look at the initial score of this one, it'll look like a decisive victory, but this really wasn't the case until the end.
Now, once they give up the empty net goal, it becomes a 2-goal spread. This thing is over. Man, I hated being on the ice for empty net goals against. They stink for your plus-minus.
For my broadcast partner, Ray Ferraro, my name is James Cebulski. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night.